Something is happening in Marshhaven. You meander down Arborfield Road, glancing towards the demolition site, once home to the Henderson warehouses. It's nothing you can explain coherently, just a feeling you get as you stare at the foreboding wooden walls. A part of you wants to sneak in, throw caution to the wind and learn what secrets are hidden behind this mysterious fortress. You shrug and shake your head at such a fanciful notion, never believing for a second you could actually achieve it. As you continue on your journey into town, not 10 minutes away are 3 children who believe that anything is possible. They are the Brits on bikes. Kids on Bikes fans, hello, it's Jimmy Sprinkles here, the Angry Imp. Welcome you once again to episode 2 of Brits on Bikes. With me is Eve.
Howdy.
Kat.
Howdy.
And Harry.
Howdy.
I'm not quite sure why you got the game show voice, but...
Still in my fucking jam. I am the American. I should have the unique thing.
All right, settle down. God.
My heart.
This is why we struggle. Right.
I just wanted to fit in.
Okay, so it's been a week since we recorded episode 1, and as you all know, episode 1 has dropped. And if you're still listening to this, I'm kind of hoping that means you're at least invested a little bit. Whether we've won you over, I don't know, but here's hoping. So, guys, let me just ask you, how were you post-recording and on listening to the first episode?
I am still just astonished that we're going with disguises.
This is.
I'm ready to rock.
You are so baffled by this.
So baffled because that was my plan.
All right, so Harry, give us a recap.
Okay, so our intrepid group of kids got on their bikes, went to see a building explode. Saw some heckling towards the mayor for destroying a local business and selling it on. A strange dude was looking at Nana Casper.
Who's Nana Casper?
Nana Casper is the owner of... I had a note somewhere.
It's the guy's DIY shop.
Tim's DIY.
She's the owner of the DIY shop. What was it? Tim's DIY?
Tim's DIY, that's right.
Tim's DIY. Then there was an explosion. Building got destroyed, everyone packed up, went, okay, that's enough for us. And then the military came in and boarded the whole place up.
Yes, they did.
Sparked our interest. They pointed a gun at D for getting close. So D stopped getting close. And then we decided to have a look around the back. That didn't go very well. So we legged it down Apple Street. Regrouped at Microsoft Park and decided to try to get in by disguising ourselves as soldiers in World War I costumes.
Because of a recent school play.
Yeah, we have to steal these from the school. That's the plan. And then the bomb died.
Yeah, we then
he was the king.
We met the Marsh King. And Neil killed him with his voice, apparently.
Can you remember what the Marsh King said to you?
He is coming, Neil. I don't know when, but he's coming.
Okay, yeah. So the Marsh King, he kind of took this huge kind of intake of breath and just collapsed on the floor. And that is where we left you. So it is now 1:30 in the afternoon. You are still in Microsoft Playground. There is a man of no fixed abode on the floor. There is a shopping trolley. And there is the 3 of you. What would you like to do?
Holy
I think
crap.
I need an adult.
Neil, you freaking killed the guy.
I didn't mean to.
I definitely need an adult.
He's taking his bat out of his backpack and just like slowly approaching, prodding
You're not gonna hit him, are you?
No, I'm poking him. See if he's still alive or something. D just starts like nudging him in the side. with the bat.
There is no response.
Dude, I think he's dead.
Does anyone know first aid?
He can't be dead. We need a grown-up. We need someone who actually understands these things. Does anyone know the number for the ambulance?
I don't have a phone on me. What do you
It's
think I
fucking
am?
911.
What do you mean on you? The phones are in houses.
Exactly.
Sally, make a brains roll for me, please.
Oh, what on earth is my brain skill? Oh
D12.
no, I am unprepared for this. It is a D12, you are correct.
I remember that one.
You are a smart cookie.
D's got a spreadsheet.
Yeah, D's not. I am.
Oh, I think I accidentally rolled it twice. Can I go with the first number, please?
Yes, you may.
Yay! That was a 9 out of 12.
It occurs to you that there might be a slightly better way of trying to figure out whether he's still alive rather than just poking him with a large stick. Sorry, a Louisville slugger.
Yeah, D's still just poking him. Never
Yeah,
poked a dead guy before.
I think Sally's gonna hold her hand in front of his mouth to see if he's breathing.
Get close, what even bites you?
I'm optimistic. He won't bite me. He's a very nice man and a king.
One of them freaking zombies or whatever.
What's a zombie?
Zombie.
You know,
What's a zombie?
Freaking living dead. Stand up, walk around, eat your brains.
Oh, a zombie!
See, Sally hasn't seen any horror movies, so...
That's what I said.
Sorry, I didn't understand you. She said zombie.
Zombie.
That's so going in the outtakes. Right, okay. Sally, you place your hand in front of the Marsh King's mouth, and you do feel exhalations. You feel his warm breath on your hand.
Ew. And also, he's alive! In that order. He's alive, guys. He's not dead.
Oh, should we just like leave?
Ambulance, maybe? Or just...
I don't.
I'm gonna run to the nearest house and start knocking on the door.
Does town even have a freaking hospital or anything?
Okay, Sally, are you heading over to... You're heading over to a house, are you?
The closest house to knock on the door and get them to phone an ambulance because there's a man and he's collapsed and he's still alive.
Okay, so you go to the house and you knock on the door. There is no reply.
Oh, it's a Sunday. What are they doing?
It's a Saturday.
It's a Saturday. What are they doing?
You said that last week as well, and it really confused me.
It's a beautiful day.
I refuse to believe that it's possible for there to be a beautiful day in Marshhaven.
Well, it's the summer holidays, though, so, I mean, odds are better than nothing.
Who said it was the summer holidays?
You did.
No, I didn't.
You said we weren't at school yet.
No, you went to school because it's the weekend.
I swear you said it was the summer holidays in the first recording we did.
I can, in fact, give you the exact dates.
Saturday, the 13th of May, 1974.
It's Saturday, the 9th of February.
Damn,
Oh god,
so
why the
close.
hell are we outside?
Because you've gone to see a demolition.
Okay,
But
so
it's
it's cold out.
cold.
That means I gotta wear my cool, like...
You
my-
know you're
my
British,
cool
right?
jacket.
You know that cold is what we do. So you knock on the door, there is no reply at the door. Neil and Dee, what do you want to do?
He's still just poking them. Oh, yeah, no,
There's a
D-
sudden
D-
gasp and exhale of breath as the Marsh King sits up.
Freaking zombie, I told
Completely
you.
stock straight.
Are you right there, buddy?
He looks at you in a confused way. He stares around and looks about frantically, only gaining his composure when he sees his trolley is still there.
Oh, we should have looted the trolley.
Should we?
Well, not now. He's awake.
Yeah, that would just be rude.
Next
We
time
got
he
some
has a
moral
prophecy,
quandaries
we
stuff
can
here.
loot the trolley.
Okay, guys, so what do you want to do?
Dee stops hiding behind Neil and like stands proud because
Dee was hiding behind Neil? Are you
Yes.
sure it wasn't the other way around?
yes. Dee,
Sally is
the
quite
dude
happy to be
sat
across
up
the
while
road.
Dee was poking him, so Dee ran, and then is now trying to pretend like that is not what happened.
With a huge amount of effort, the Marsh King gets unsteadily to his feet and rests his arms on the handle of the trolley.
Mr. Marsh King, are you okay?
He doesn't respond. He doesn't look at you. He doesn't speak to you.
You have to call him Your Highness.
Your Highness, are you okay?
He turns for a moment and then turns back and begins to shuffle slowly out of the playground.
That's freaking weird. How do you know
I'm gonna
your
try the
name?
next house.
Okay, you knock on the door of the next house, Sally. And you get a reply this time, and there is a woman of about 26 years of age, dressed very typical kind of sort of housewives garb, because this is the 70s. Not that we approve of housewives garb in this day and age. Sorry, that's my guilt kicking in. And she looks at you oddly, wondering what this child is doing, stood on her doorstep. Yes, can I help you?
The Marsh King collapsed. Can you call an ambulance?
What are you talking about?
The Marsh King. I'm pointing at him.
Look, I've got no time for nonsense, all right? I'm a very busy woman, you know?
But he could be dying.
I have no idea what you are talking about, my love.
That him over there. He collapsed. I mean, he's walking now, but he was on the floor.
He's walking. Well, he's not collapsing, has he? Look, just stop wasting my time, okay? She slams the door in your face.
Well,
What a
that wasn't
bitch.
very nice. Oh, I'm thoroughly disappointed.
What do you
Wander back over to my friends dejectedly.
do? By the time you start walking over there, the Marsh King has picked up pace, and you can barely see him now, so he's kind of in the distance.
That's the last time I try and help.
All right, well, that was no deal.
That was really weird.
That
I've
was
never heard
really
him talk-
weird.
I've never heard him talk before, so like maybe he just got like really tired from trying to talk after so long of being quiet and fell unconscious. I don't know. It was weird.
I
That
haven't
was
heard
weird.
a freaking bum prophecy since I was like 5.
What happened when
It's
you
a
were
bomb
5?
prophecy. That's my favourite phrase ever. Right, sorry.
You know,
Okay.
when a bum tells you a prophecy.
It happens. I
Yeah,
know.
it happens.
It's sounding more and more like a euphemism for farting.
I'm picturing more you're a dick to someone and then they just shout at you, you're gonna die cold and alone. And then, 30 years later,
And then you're like that.
Damn.
Enough with your bum prophecies.
Bum prophecy.
Okay, so that whole moment probably took about 20 minutes. So you're looking at it being approximately 10 to 2 on a Saturday afternoon in Microsoft Park.
All right.
Are we gonna go to school?
I thought we were going to wait until it got a bit darker.
I thought we were
So
gonna
maybe
wait
give it
till
about
got a
20
bit
minutes.
darker so that we could get into the whatchamacallit.
Yeah, we need to get the costumes first. We go break into
Yeah.
the school. Nobody's there. It's a Saturday.
Can we at least wait until it's dark before we start breaking in anywhere? It's only going to get dark at like 3:30. It's February
Nobody's
apparently.
hanging around the school on Saturday.
So we all go home, we have lunch, we meet back up.
This is a good idea. I like lunch.
Okay.
So your plan is to, go home for lunch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, look at you guys driving this story.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to get us to the school. You don't care
It's
about this
2:30. We're gonna
sandwiches.
have lunch.
Here's what I'm going to say,
Unless-
okay, guys. Whatever you want to do, you can do, all right? So that's absolutely fine. Or whatever you think your character would do. So, feel free just to roll with it. I will go with whatever you
what?
give me, okay?
Is there like a school cafeteria?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a canteen.
We
But
could
I want
always,
jam sandwiches.
We could always break into the school, get lunch, and then get the costumes.
But they don't have jam sandwiches.
Maybe they do.
School dinners are horrible. They're all like boiled cabbage and bleh.
That's why you break into the teacher's lounge.
Oh, yeah! Break into the teacher's lounge. Take their jam sandwiches.
If you guys want to go get your freaking, like, I don't even know what to eat over here, eels or whatever. I'm gonna go into school. I'm gonna just knock this out of the park. Show y'all how it's done.
So you're heading off to school, are you, D?
Yeah, D's going to school.
It's just going, I'm going.
Okay, so D, you march off on your way to Kingsford Comprehensive, your prison for the next few years. Neil, you're following. You're going as well.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and Sally.
Well, I'm 2 against 1. I guess I'm following, but very reluctantly.
I feel this is going to be a theme.
Following.
Yeah.
Sally's a follower.
Sally is a follower.
Welcome to Anna Kingsford Comprehensive, known more commonly as Kingsford Comprehensive. I'm just going to bring up a map. Okay, so this is Kingsford Comprehensive. Okay, that's your main layout of the school. You can see the outside of the building on the right. Fun fact, this is actually a real school. It's Pimlico Academy, as it's now called, which was designed in the 70s in like full-on brutalist style. I love it. It's just horribly beautiful. It kind of reminds me of the National Theatre. It's grey, it's concrete, it's bleak. It's your prison. As you can see down the bottom, we also have some examples of the school uniform. So for the girls, we've got grey jumper, grey knee-length skirts, white shirt and a tie. Also with grey tights and black flat shoes. For the boys, short trousers. Now, for our Americans listening, this is a difficult concept to understand because I had to wear these, and the only way I can describe them is if you were to take a pair of ordinary grey polyester trousers and turn them into hot pants.
Yep.
And then give them to boys to wear. That's the only, I don't know what the thinking is going on there. I went to a Catholic school. That's all I'm saying. I
freaking hate it.
Well, tell me, D, when you first saw this uniform, what did you think?
Let's see. As Eve, I hate it. As D, I hate it.
It's pretty horrible, but I'm afraid that's what we had to put up with.
I don't know, I think I prefer grey to the bottle green I had to wear for 8 years at actual school.
Those long woolen socks that you've got, like in the picture they only got to about your knee. If you were lucky and got a hand-me-down one, they could go all the way up your thigh.
Yeah, and that didn't look dodgy at all. I can go one better than that though. The posh kids at our school used to wear on their socks like little. Our school colour was yellow. So they used to have like little yellow garters with yellow ribbons on them
like
around
flashes.
their socks to keep them up.
Wow.
That sounds bougie as fuck, and I hate it.
Welcome to Britain in the mid-80s. Okay. All right, so you arrive at the school. Now, there are numerous entrances. In terms of actually getting onto the grounds, you are currently stood, let me just go to my map quickly. You are currently stood on New Cross Street, directly opposite the school itself. How do you want to approach this?
Okay, Brit rolls cover things like street smarts and whatnot. Like doing just a basic B&E. Mm-hmm. That's street smarts territory, right? To like find a window or a door that's unlocked or some other entrance.
Yeah. There's an element of grit and gutso involved. So
What
yeah,
would it take for a slightly more advanced B&E?
Well, we're not doing an advanced one because I'm about to roll this shit.
Yeah, it would just depend on the threshold that I set for the roll. So.
Fuck.
Oh dear. Oh
well,
dear.
I mean, that's not
dear.
a terrible roll. I mean, how hard is it to break into a school? I rolled a
Ladies
7,
and
by the
gentlemen,
way.
that's a 7.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. You can take an adversity token to start with.
Fuck.
You head over to the main school gates and begin to just scout around and look about. Sally and Neil, what are you doing?
Loitering nonchalantly.
Oh yeah, trying to look as chill as possible.
Are you with D, or are you still the other side of the road?
Letting D go ahead and scout the place first.
I don't know if I rolled quite bad enough to justify just walking up to the doors and shaking them.
No, but I would say that you weren't necessarily bashing and shaking the gates or anything, but I think this was just pure dumb bad luck. Because as you get to the gates, a man appears. He's at the entrance of the school, sweeping the steps. And this is the man right here. You don't know who it is.
He looks angry.
Does not look angry, he looks confused.
He looks displeased with his confusion.
Sally and Neil, do you see this guy?
Sure, from a distance, yeah.
Okay, well, you know who he is. You see him around all the time. This is Malcolm Neep. Malcolm Neep is the caretaker of Kingsford Comprehensive and known enemy of children all over Marsh Haven. Malcolm is a stickler for the rules, and he will do everything in his power to make your life a misery.
He kind of looks like Colin from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
So I
Colin
literally
Mockery.
just ran into the worst
Mixed
person
with-
possible for D to run into.
Just a little bit about the picture. That is, in fact, a gentleman called George Cooper who played a caretaker in a British TV show called Grange Hill, all about a school for many, many years. And sadly, he died last December. This is my little tribute to Mr. Griffiths, who always made me smile when I watched Grange Hill as a kid. He looks up just as you get to the gates. Yeah, what are you doing? It's a Saturday. Go on, clear off.
I was supposed to pick something up over here.
All right, what you got to pick up then?
Like, it's paperwork. I'm new.
Make a charm roll.
Alright, I get a whole
Good luck.
D6.
You lot shit at charm, aren't you?
Yeah.
All of us are.
I mean, hey, the smaller
Yes!
the dice, the more likely it'll explode.
It did explode. I got a 10.
A 10 out of 6.
Yes.
Not bad.
Don't believe it. He looks at you quizzically upon hearing the accent, and he's like, "I've not seen you round here before."
We can just said that I'm new, dude.
Oh, I see. Well, you'll have to come back on Monday when the school is open. I have very important work to do. Please. Now, go away.
Come on, man. I'm supposed to have the paperwork filled out by Monday.
Well, unfortunately, there's no one around to aid you in such an endeavour.
I was probably just sitting on the counter. Open the door. Go right in, grab it, be right out. No problem.
Look, I don't know how they do things in your country, but I don't just open the school willy-nilly for any old student that comes along.
Is there
Unless-
any way that we could make this work?
Neil and Sally, what are you doing?
Now that old Grumpy Guts is being distracted, I'm gonna go around the other side of the school to see if I can, squeeze through a fence and try to get in through the back.
You go the other side of the school. There is a perimeter wall which leads onto a playground, which then will lead you a short walk over to the school. The wall isn't massive. It is climbable, and you've seen students do it many times before. Whether you're capable of doing it, you're not sure.
Okay, Neil has never tried doing it before, but he's gonna try.
Okay, can you make...
Probably brawn or flight.
Yeah, it's more of a dexterity thing, isn't it? So
Yeah,
I would say
like
probably
if
flight.
you're doing a run and jump and scramble over versus digging your fingers into bricks and climbing like that.
I thought that flight more worked as act under pressure kind of thing.
Oh man,
Whereas-
no, it's pretty much your
I thought it was more
dexterity.
I don't know why I'm arguing against using flight. Though, 'cause-
I mean, that's the beauty of the system, is that things are kept so broad that you can interpret them in your own way and to work in your favour. I'm not going to make it as hard as possible for you, unless you're stood at a school gate trying to get into a school on a Saturday.
Sure, I'll use flight to try to scramble up the wall. So I rolled a 4, and I've got a +1 because teenagers are really good at running, apparently. So 5.
Okay, I tell you what, make me a strength roll as well.
Okay,
Brawn, sorry.
that's a 3.
Okay, what's that?
Out of 4, though.
You take a little bit of a run up and you launch yourself at the wall, and you manage to grab the top of the wall, and you kind of left there hanging. You try to pull yourself up, take an adversity token. You just don't have the upper body strength to pull yourself up.
Help! 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 Help!
Can I have come with Neil and give him a boost? now that he's hanging.
Okay, so you're scurrying over and you are, going under him to kind of boost him up?
I'm going to push his legs up.
Okay, no problem. So you push Neil up, at which point it becomes far easier for Neil to figure things out, get up on the wall, and just kind of jump down to the other side.
Thanks, Sally.
Oh, you didn't add your +1 to your flight.
Wait for me. Could I also try and use flight to get over the wall?
You can indeed, go for it.
I'm gonna, sit on the wall with my arms out to try to help.
I rolled an
Sounds good.
8 out of 20.
Nice, okay.
Not going well.
That will be the same kind of roll then as Neil did then, so I'll need you to roll a brawn for me as well.
Oh, joy. 5 out of 8.
Okay. Again, you are left stranded and hanging on the top of this wall. Neil, are you gonna assist?
I'm sat on the wall, with my arms out, trying to help pull her up.
Okay, so
Hey, friendship.
because Sally is already halfway there and she's got her own strength to assist you, you are able, although in a fairly sloppy way, able to kind of get Sally to the top of the wall.
So it just kind of takes a while.
There's kind of limbs everywhere and lots of complaining.
Not graceful at all.
Just hold this arm, and then you're gonna just stop kicking, and no, you're slipping.
You're gonna drop me. You're gonna drop me.
No, I'm not gonna drop you. So here we are, two idiots on a wall.
And I'm going to leave you there for just a second. Mr. Neep narrows his eyes and looks at you again, Dee, and he says, look, I'll tell you what I can do. If you want to have a little look around, have a little see where you all come in and whatnot, then you're going to have to do something for me first, all right?
All right. Well, what's in?
He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a big, heavy set of keys. I mean, by your estimate, there must be at least 60 keys on this massive ring. And he unlocks the gate and he opens the gate. And he hands you a brush. He said, those leaves need doing. You do that, I'll let you have a little look round. In his voice. Oh, come on, it's not that difficult. Sweep the leaves up.
All right, and just so I know, this brush, it's like a broom?
Yeah.
She's staring at me? Like, as I'm...
Yeah, he's just kind of gestured at you. So, go on then. You do something for me, I'll do something for you.
All right. He's gonna start doing it.
He watches you for a moment, sweeping the steps where he had been previously. Now listen, I need to go off and make sure that the boiler's stoked, ready for Monday. So I will be right back with you shortly. Once you finish these leaves, then maybe, just maybe, I'll let you in. And he disappears, and he starts to walk away from the school and round the back to go to what you can only assume to be the boiler room. As he walks around, he glances up and sees Sally and Neil sat on the wall. Yeah! What do you two think you're playing at?
Snakes and ladders?
He starts running towards you.
Which side of the wall is he on?
He's on the school side.
We just jump. Well, Neil just jumps off.
Are you jumping back from where you've come?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Avoid confrontation.
Sally will attempt, but probably fall in the process due to flailings.
Yeah, you both hop down. Anything else?
Run.
You can hear from the other side of the wall, don't let me catch you on that wall again.
Well, Neil, next time we can't get caught.
I don't say anything, but I do, mime 20 seconds.
What do you want to do?
Wait 20 seconds or so and then climb back up again.
Okay. All right. So you get back up. You've practiced this now, so you kind of figure it out, and you get up, and you're back in the same position. As you get up onto the wall, you can see Dee looking a little bit confused and sweeping the floor.
Oh, no, Dee's not sweeping anymore. The second that guy was gone, just tosses the broom.
Okay.
Done.
Anything you want to do?
Yeah, Dee's gonna go inside.
Okay. You go to the front door. It is locked.
I seem to recall someone is armed with a baseball bat.
Oh no.
Are
You're
we
not going to
going
break a
straight
window,
to
are you?
smashing windows? This guy has seen my face.
You know what the good thing about brutalist architecture is? It's very easy to climb.
It's all about the parkour, yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
So I'm
No,
they've also got to have fire escapes and stuff. So
Yes, but they're usually opening outwards not necessarily easy to get into.
The picture we've got has got like windows up on the top, so if even one window's been left just a tiny bit open, we can open it up, slip inside.
So you're going to climb the building?
Yeah.
I love it. Spidey senses are tingling. So, are you all climbing?
Let's go ahead and let D go first.
If you look at the photo, if we're using that as our kind of basis, it is going to require some jumping, hanging, in order to, there's going to be bits you're going to have to climb onto, and then up on, and then up to. All right. So
yeah. Like if one of us can get in, then we can unlock the door.
Make a brains roll, D.
Why do I gotta make a brains roll?
Make a goddamn brains roll. Because your GM tells you so.
You got two.
You got two. Strangely enough, it's enough. As you're saying, oh yeah, if somebody breaks in and then they can unlock the door, you happen to glance at the front door and realise it's one of those kind of old-fashioned locks that you need the key to open it.
You can open up a lower floor window or something.
Well, yeah, that's true. Okay, so who's going climbing?
I'm gonna go climbing.
Wait, you're climbing?
All right.
Yeah, it's a terrible idea, but I'm gonna do it.
He's
That
caught
is
the
a
bug after
terrible
climbing the wall
idea.
earlier.
I'll give you a boost
Literally-
again.
Both of us are better at it than you.
Then do it at the same time. He's too restless.
Okay, if you both want to do it, you can both do it.
Alright, let me show you how this is done.
Are you racing?
Yeah.
Hell yes.
All right, then. So here's what we're going to do. We'll stick with the flight. So this is a dexterous climb, and I have a number in my head. I would like you to use your flight dice, and when you hit the number that I need, you will have succeeded.
Okay.
Okay, and and it's whoever gets there first. All right.
Can I join in with this?
Are you climbing as
Are,
well?
are we just
Yeah.
punching it in as fast as we can?
We'll roll it in turns. Okay.
Okay.
D, give me a roll. Flight. 5. Neil. Kate. Sally.
Oof.
Ooh.
That was bad. I rolled a 1.
Okay, so we're at 5, 3, 1. Okay, keep going.
That's a
Okay.
6, then a 9, then a 20.
Okay, Sally, surprising everyone, not least yourself, you managed to scale the school with no problems at all. As luck would have it, you managed to find a open window and just heave yourself up onto, you see those concrete blocks on the picture? Mm-hmm. So they're actually balconies. So you
Okay.
hop down onto there, managed to leave open one of the sash windows, whilst Neil and Dee, filled with testosterone and bravado, try to outclimb one another.
Excellent.
You guys reach Sally eventually. What are you doing?
Slipping in.
Yeah, going in.
Sneaking
Yeah.
in the window.
You're going in, okay. Alright, so you are coming through the window of classroom 5A.
Right the other side from the drama store.
Between the maths and science blocks.
That's the one.
Oh, you guys know this place a little bit better than I do. It's a lot.
Yeah. So, we go down science. We head down past the main library and by home ec. And then we're right there.
I don't know what any of those things are.
Well, first we leave the room, and then we go left, and then we go right, and then we go straight, and then we go left.
He's
It's
looking
like
at
you
his
had a map in
hands.
front of you.
Like, left and then right.
Just let us go first.
Okay.
And if you hear anyone coming, hide.
Can I do a brains roll to see if I can... Actually, no, I don't know. I don't know where he was headed, do I?
Who? Mr. Neep.
Yes. Dee knows where Mr. Neep was headed,
Yeah.
but did he tell us?
No. Why would he tell you guys?
Because we might want
You
to
little-
avoid the person
You
patrolling the
little
school,
horrible
maybe.
kids. I'm going to the boiler room.
Oh, the boiler room. Fantastic. That's somewhere that I
Yeah.
know.
Do we know where the boiler room is?
Yeah, you would know. It's situated under the stage in the lower school assembly hall.
Oh, joy.
We're gonna have
That's-
to go past the boiler.
Oh, no.
But, like, maybe if we go the long way round, he'll have left by then.
What if we block the door?
We'd have to time it really right. We're spending a lot of time talking about this and not moving. That's probably not helping.
I think that it would be safest if we went the long way round.
Well, I'm
Instead.
saying, like, you know...
Then we go past the canteen and we can look for jam sandwiches. And the staff room.
Exactly! Yeah, no, let's go down towards the staff room and then we'll go up.
But what if more staff's here?
It's a Saturday, it's not like they live here. Wait, hang on, do they live here?
The
Oh,
one
God, they
guy's
might.
here. I don't even know who he is. Is he like the
He's-
janitor or something?
Mr. Grumpy Face. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's secretly a werewolf. That's why he's so angry all the time.
Wow.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh, don't start Neil off. Right, okay, so you decide to head out of classroom 5A. Are you going left or right?
I think we're gonna head down past maths.
No,
Okay.
we should go through the changing rooms and the gym instead of going down past maths.
Yes,
because
through the rooms instead of standing in the hallway.
yeah.
You don't know this. But if you go through the girls' changing room, there's a door into the, I'm assuming that's what the G and the B are. Girls' changing room, door into the boys' changing room, door into this empty room, and then out into that hall. They'll give us a doorway to, like,
Okay, so you head off into the girls' changing rooms. When you get to the door that Neil and Sally, you know, separates the boys and the girls' changing rooms, you realise it's locked.
That's
Obviously.
probably for a good reason. Yeah, does this mean that because the girls' changing rooms is directly between the boys' changing rooms and the gymnasium, does that mean that the boys go through the girls' changing rooms to get to the gymnasium?
No, the boys come out and round.
Okay, good. Because I was slightly
what
worried
is
for a
this
second
real
there.
big pain in the ass? The door's very far away.
Well, you know, I'm no architect. Right.
To be honest, I don't know if brutalist architects were either.
I
very
like
true.
it. I know it's not everybody's taste, but I really like this.
don't like
Very rarely
just
practical,
so-
but it looks cool. Alright, so
Right,
we
okay,
just
so-
leave it go through the boys' changing room. Bing, bang, boom, problem solved.
So you're currently stood in the girls' changing rooms, and there's no access.
Yeah, so we go
So
back
go
into the
out
hall,
of the girls' changing rooms.
and then circle around into the boys' changing room, and then cut through there.
Okay, so where are you exactly at the moment?
I think we're just outside the girls' changing room.
Okay, so
Yeah.
are you using the main corridor to get to the canteen?
Yeah.
So you head off down the main corridor. As luck would have it, you find that there is nobody about. The reception area is as it always is, other than the fact that there's nobody there. You pass the staff room, having never seen in there before, and you find yourself outside the canteen.
Okay, let's try one of the doors.
I want to look through the door of the staff room.
Okay?
It is forbidden and mysterious.
All you can see are empty chairs and a bare table.
Empty chairs
That's
and empty
much less
tables.
exciting than I was hoping.
Like a very badly stained coffee maker.
A kettle that's just like lime scale all down the outside.
Right. You guys drink tea.
Yeah, and we don't microwave it either, you heathens.
I mean, my mum does.
Okay, we
Oh,
don't
no.
microwave
Oh,
it
no,
at this
no.
time either. The
I
microwaves are
learned
really a
this.
thing.
I learned this last year. I was like, "What? You don't have kettles? You put it in the mic." Like,
My
what
mum
is this?
microwaves it after it's been made and gone cold.
That's fair enough. I
Yeah.
can kind of understand that, but you don't brew tea in a microwave.
That's madness.
So you appear into the staff room. There's not much that really of any worth that you can see, and it doesn't matter anyway because the door's locked. I'm assuming you're heading back to the canteen, outside the canteen.
Yeah.
All
You're
right.
tempting us with all these doors, but they're all locked.
Yeah, I
What
know.
are we gonna do?
Plenty of time for school. You don't have to worry about school today. Okay, so you try the canteen door. Do you want to go for the first one, the second one, or the third one?
Well, we'll start with the first and see how we go.
Okay.
Well, there's three of us. Why not race? Try them all at once.
Okay, well, you all line up, you push the doors, and you find that they're all open, and you walk through into the canteen.
Yay! Oh my god, this is connected directly to the lower assembly hall where the boiler is. Now I'm scared.
Well, hey, that just means we've got plenty of exits.
Just
So
don't look like where they store costumes and stuff.
don't worry, we're totally gonna be right there as soon as we've gotten some food.
Okay, so you're going to get food, are you, Neil?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah,
god, where are the
Okay.
costumes? I will go get them.
Where are you getting the food from?
I'm guessing that like this area connected to the canteen is like a kitchen.
Afraid not. Kitchen's the other side.
Oh, okay. Well, then I go to the other side.
Okay, that will require you leaving the canteen.
But surely there's
Wait,
a
so
counter
how
that
do
you
they
can jump
get
over.
food from
This brutalist architecture.
I know, it's
fucking
bonkers, isn't it?
insane.
Okay,
Sir, or
allow me to
something?
explain. The empty room next to the canteen at the bottom, that is a serving area. The dinner ladies go in through the door at the back, cook the food, and serve it via a hatch where that wall is. The room next to it is the storeroom where they keep all the food and probably a large refrigerating unit.
So just go through
Okay,
the hatch.
well, can I open the hatch from this side?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so I open the hatch and then try to slide on across.
So you climb into the serving area. There's lots of long metal preparation tables. There are industrial size gas hobs, large, big silver saucepans, but not much food.
So I guess I'll check the storeroom.
Okay, you head out through the serving room door, back into the main corridor. You go to the store door and you find that it's locked.
Damn.
Guess who's fucking with you tonight?
The one thing I wanted from this session.
Just go and get those goddamn costumes. Stop talking about jam sandwiches. Come on.
But I really want the jam sandwiches.
I will make
Okay.
you a freaking jam sandwich. I don't even know what
Okay.
that is to
Really?
people. Yes,
A jelly
whatever.
sandwich.
Okay,
I'm
I'm gonna.
I'm
head out
interpreting
and-
this as a sacred sign of friendship. You have offered me food, therefore I'm incredibly happy.
Yeah, sure, whatever. We're best pals.
Neil's a bit dejected, but starts heading towards the drama store.
Sally and Dee, are you following Neil?
Yes.
Okay.
Sally is darting into the English classrooms in order to avoid being out in the corridor for too long, like darting room to room as if she's a secret spy and is not very graceful about it.
Okay, no problem. So, Neil, you walk your way through to languages and find yourself at the drama store. Dee, you walk your way through languages and find yourself at the drama store. Sally, you weave your way through classrooms and find yourself at the drama store 5 minutes later, looking at Dee and Neil staring around. Now, the drama store itself is an open space, very similar to the sixth form common room area opposite. There's no door, it's just a space, but within it you can see lots of flats piled up leaning against the wall, obviously used in old school productions. There is on a rack a row of lights hanging up, and on the opposite wall are two rails running parallel that are just stacked full of costumes.
Okay, time to start leafing through for the army uniforms.
Yep.
This is such a stupid plan.
Digging through.
Sally, can you like look out for us?
Yep, I'll be a lookout.
Find like an officer or something.
Okay, you read through the wardrobe. The play Journey's End actually happened in the last term, so it's not too difficult to find the costumes. They are a bit of a mishmash, though. There's a few decorative gold buttons on some of them. There's a little bit of kind of gold rope on another. Neil, can you make a brains roll for me, please?
Oh, always. And I got a 5.
You see a whole load of army uniform. The army uniform is good.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
So what are you going to do?
I'm gonna find one which is vaguely my size-ish and just take it.
Dee, what are you doing?
Yeah, no, these do the same thing. I find one
Okay.
size.
Okay.
Wait, hang on. They had guns. Do we need to get like fake guns?
I don't think we should get fake guns, because then, like,
Okay.
what if they think that we all guns and they shoot us?
Okay, yeah. Sally, do you need one too?
Oh, yeah, get me one.
Okay, I look for one Sally's size.
Just roll a d6 for me.
That's a 6.
Okay.
That's a 6. Okay. You find one, and by your best guess, you think this is probably going to fit Sally perfectly.
Fantastic.
What Sally's about to find out is it is the most perfect fitting outfit that she has ever worn.
Like a custom design. Sally was in
I
the
was-
play.
I
Like it was made for her.
I was so expecting it to be like way too long with
There's a particularly small sixth former, and for whatever reason, she's the exact dimensions of Sally. All right, so you have got your costumes. What are you doing with them? Are you just carrying them?
I'm stuffing mine into my backpack.
Okay.
You know, what kind of uniforms are we looking at here? Like,
Well, make a brains roll for me.
3.
You are looking at army uniforms.
Okay, yeah, I'm saying, like, alright, not necessarily for the characters, but for us. Like,
Okay, so what sort of things have you got? You've got a pair of army trousers in World War One. They were kind of like made of a thick wool, really itchy, very unshapely, and you would have a thick cotton shirt as well. You managed to find some boots. The only thing that none of you have been able to procure is any army jackets.
Oh.
So you literally just have the shirt.
kind of the most important part.
It's almost like we're meant to fail.
No. There is every possibility that your plan could succeed.
I mean,
Sincerely doubt that.
if
Without
we
the
realize that we're
jacket.
missing army jackets, I think I can think of the one person in town who probably has a couple. Seamus Cole, the rebel heckler.
What would he have again?
70s punks love that faux army aesthetic. I mean,
That is so true.
yeah.
We're a bit pre-punk, but Seamus, from your observation, he strikes you as somebody who is, you probably wouldn't know the actual phrase, but he's very counterculture.
He's the old
is-
school hipster.
Yeah, he's riding the back of the 60s. He's still very much there, out of character. You would assume that he is one of those guys who has been heavily influenced by various movements in America and is taking that more upfront stand against the system. So what do you want to do, guys?
I don't think these are gonna work.
We'll just need to find jackets somewhere else.
Where else? Where else has jackets?
I don't know. Does anyone have any late grandparents?
I mean, I must have somewhere.
Can you all make brains rolls for me, please?
That was a 10.
Oh,
Oh,
You just rolled
Okay,
3 4s in a row.
That was a fucking 14
4, 8,
out of my
12,
D4.
14.
that's amazing.
Sally, can you take an adversity token?
Oh no.
D, it occurs to you that you don't necessarily have to look like a soldier on duty.
We need cigarettes.
Oh, that's
And then
easy.
we,
It's the 70s, it's fine. You can get anywhere.
yeah, and then we just kind of like lean against walls and stuff.
Yeah.
Anytime they look at us, we just like sit there, like look cool. Then when they turn around, we move closer.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay, so what's your plan? You are currently stood in the drama store.
I think we should leave
Yeah. Do we leave the way we
swiftly.
came?
I think we should leave by somewhere much closer.
Okay.
Yes, just go
Well,
up.
then shall we
Yeah.
go through the language rooms and see if they've got any open windows?
Which classroom are you heading into?
I guess
FL2.
FL2, okay.
Okay.
So you head into FL2. Again, it's the same setup as in the other side of the square you came in. There is a window towards the back, and yeah, as Dee said, you can open them from the inside, so it's not a problem to open it up.
Excellent. Let's go.
You climb out, you shimmy out, and you manage to make your way out of Kingsford Comprehensive. The time is now around 2:45. What would you like to do?
We gotta go
Go
get,
and have
we get
those jam
cigarettes.
sandwiches.
Damn it.
You sit on the curb outside Kingsford School, and you eat jam sandwiches.
Yay!
That's
I
not
got
that
my
problem.
reward.
Thank you.
God bless you, you hard-working little children. Right, come on.
We gotta go get stuff to look casual, like I
I
said,
don't know what
we
that
can
means.
cigarettes. That's what like the army guys do when they're like not working. They sit there and they smoke, right?
Sure. We'll go get some cigarettes.
Yeah.
I'm sure my
Are
dad
we-
has cigarettes.
Are we gonna go to the store or just steal them from parents?
Yeah,
Steal
fine.
from
I don't-
parents.
There are numerous shops on your route, and you are able to go in and buy a packet of Rothmans. Nobody really bothers about questioning
I mean,
your
yeah.
age.
I guess D is like a new person, so like they would know.
Britain in the 70s, there was like, and this is just listening to anecdotal evidence, there was very much this kind of element of, send the kids down to buy a pack of fags for mum or dad. So, oh yeah, fags mean cigarettes.
Yeah.
I'm just checking that you know that. Because it gets really complicated when you start talking to Americans and you start talking about fags. It wouldn't be a problem for you to buy some cigarettes.
Yeah, no, D goes in and grabs a pack.
Okay, that's cool. Let's go back to our map. You are currently back on New Street, just next to the tram station. What do you want to do?
So, do we want to go try to get in now, or do we want to wait until later?
Let's wait until later. Not too late.
Wait until it's dark.
Yeah,
So
like that way they can't see our faces so well.
So like 4, 5, 4:30.
4:30 would probably do it.
I don't know what
Okay,
time
so-
it gets dark.
It's probably
4:30.
starting to get dark right now.
Yeah, so like you get kind of dark where where the sun's just setting and like it's all weird.
Okay, so we'll meet up back at the corner of a street in uniform.
Alright, I'm
up
just gonna
our
say it
slopes.
now. D also got lighters.
Good plan.
So are you all
Just
going
in
your separate ways back home then for a couple of hours?
Yes.
Sure.
All right then, in which case, D, are you going home?
Yeah, I gotta get changed.
You head on back home. It's just gone 3 o'clock, and you walk through the door. And who should be there as you open the door but your dear old Uncle Tommy?
Oh, yay!
Hello, Derek.
This is D.
Marvelous. Yes. Where have you been?
Exploring.
Okay, I didn't know whether you had gone over to the demolition this morning. or not.
No, it's all that. That was pretty, that was something.
Quite. I couldn't attend myself, but you know how it is. I have work to do. How are you? You keeping all right? Staying out of mischief, I hope.
Yeah, no, totally.
Listen. Why don't you come and sit down? He gestures to the sofa in the living room.
Alright. Yeah, no, D's gonna go sit down.
You go and sit down. He stands just next to the sofa, looking a little bit awkward. He says, D, I understand how hard it must be for you to come to a new country with new people. You have to start all over again, and I'm new to this. This is not something I've ever done before, and I don't quite know what I'm doing, but I'll do the best I can. I promise. And he goes out of the room. He gestures to you and says, I'll be just a moment.
Okay.
And you can hear him clambering around and doing something, and he calls out in the distance, I'll be right with you. I've got you something. He comes back about 20 seconds later, and in his arms is a mangy, slightly rough around the edges dog. It looks a little bit rough, a little bit ready, in need of a little bit of care, but he puts his arm forwards and holds the dog out to you. I thought, until you are able to find new friends, maybe this will help.
This is a dog.
Well, I thought, if you don't want it, I can always take it back.
No. You got me a dog.
Well, I thought I could. Well, I don't. Yes, marvelous.
Yeah, he's taking
and
that dog.
I've some paperwork to do, and he edges out the room. So, D, you are now in the possession of your very own dog. What's its name?
Nettles.
Nettles.
Yep.
I like that. That's good.
I just picked a random name from the 1974 Yankees. Greg Nettles.
Amazing.
Because I was like, Nettles, that's good. I'm using that. I don't even know if Greg Nettles was any fucking good at baseball.
So, Dee, I'm going to leave you for a moment with getting acquainted with your dog. Sally, you make your way home. Is there anybody in?
I think my dad would be in.
Okay. What is it your dad does?
He works at the factory that makes the shortbread.
Yeah, he works at Plimpton's, doesn't he?
Plimpton's, yes. Is it shortbread they make? I can't remember.
Biscuits.
Biscuits. He works at the biscuit factory.
He works at the biscuit factory. He's like middle management, is that right?
It's some sort of supervisory role.
You head home. You get in, and your dad is sat at the dining room table just poring over some paperwork. He doesn't even look up as you walk in or acknowledge you.
Hi, Dad.
No response.
I walk straight past him and go into the kitchen and get myself a drink.
Okay, I'll just leave you doing that for a moment. Neil, if you could just remind me of your backstory with your parents.
So it's just Neil and his dad.
That's right. Yeah.
Neil's dad works up in one of the retreats, in the
Pipistrel
retreat.
Lodge.
Yeah, the lodge. So I don't know whether he's at work or not now.
Well, it's the weekend. Obviously, you know, most people are off from work, so it would probably be a time where the lodge is catering for functions or, you know, hosting something. So in all likelihood, when you get home, you probably find the house pretty empty. So you all go about your routines for the next couple of hours and eventually realise that it's soon time to meet up. And do you get into your costumes straight away? Sorry, I shouldn't say costumes, uniforms.
I'm definitely getting in.
These changed, but the holding the dog.
What are you going to do with your dog? Is the dog going with you, or are you leaving it there?
He has no idea. Yeah, shit, I don't know what to do. This is the kind of thing where you get a dog and you gotta keep it, like, with you when you first get it.
As you're pondering your decision, the dog senses your uncertainty and with a quick sudden glance up looks at you with appealing eyes.
Puppy dog eyes.
Alright, come on, let's go.
At the moment you say come on, the dog has instantly stood up and is alert. It's almost like he kind of knows what you're up to and seems to be totally involved and keen to go. So he pads past you, wagging his tail, and he stands and paws at the door as you get changed and make your way over to meet the others. All right then, guys. So how was that for you?
Dave
What, the
got a
clap?
dog, and I am so jealous.
Well,
got a
you never know.
dog?
Something might come along for you, and yeah, we'll find something for Sally. She's got nothing. She
Sally's
needs
not
something.
gonna. She's got a fish. She has got a fish, but yeah, she's never gonna be allowed a dog.
So that's the end of tonight's episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you are keen and invested in us, we'd love you to come and join us over on the Twitter and various other social medias. You can reach me at Jimmy Sprinkles. That's Sprinkles with 2 S's at the end. Or our official Brits on Bike Twitter, which is at ImpAngry. We are really keen to hear all your feedback. And also, if you're interested in investing some more in us, we do have a Patreon. If you search Angry Imp Studios, you can subscribe there and receive lots of exciting bonus extras to learn a little bit more about the characters and everything that's going on in their crazy world. Let's just talk about it for the moment. So, Eve.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Dee for a moment. How are you progressing with Dee?
Well, I mean, like, I've got some ideas for things Dee could be doing.
Are you enjoying the character?
Yes, absolutely. I love Dee.
Yeah, I think Dee's going to be a firm fan favourite, as is Sally already.
I think Dee's my favourite though, which kind of doesn't say Sally has the best track.
Yeah, but you know, Twitter has spoken. Sally is already a firm favourite, which I love because she's so hopeless.
I need to learn how to be an optimist though, because I'm not optimistic by nature, but Sally definitely is. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to ask, as Neil's had to hop off and do his thing, whatever that might be. How do you think your relationship with Dee is going to develop in the future? Because I mean, you two are from two very, very different worlds, and Sally is obviously besotted with Dee in a purely platonic way.
In a like, oh my god, he's so cool.
Exactly. So, do you see things progressing? Do you see, perhaps maybe winning Dee over at some point?
I mean, I'd like to think it's possible, but I'm not sure that it will be.
I see this going one of two ways. Either she wins
There we
Dee
go.
over, or she like just gives Dee the business, like, freaking gets fed
Sally
up
grows
with it and
balls.
like just calls Dee out.
And I'm not going to try and steer the game in this direction, but I really want to see a situation where Sally has to save Dee.
Ooh.
And I'd be really interested to see how Dee reacts to that, because let's be honest, he is the ultimate sullen teenager.
Oh god, yeah.
So, guys, is there anything else you want to talk about before we go?
I got a dog.
Actually, yeah, we need to talk about Nettles. We've discussed what Nettles looks like, and if you subscribe to Patreon, you can find out how that conversation goes, because it's far too long to include in the episode. So I was thinking, actually, I'd love to get our listeners more involved in the decision making and the building of Marsh Haven. So I'm thinking that maybe we get them to decide on a dog. Send in some pictures. So, listeners, do follow us on Twitter. We'll be sticking out a post fairly soon. And give us your suggestions. What sort of dog should Dee have?
And definitely include the cutest pictures you find to represent your choice.
Absolutely. And no pictures like Harry sent us, which I think were cats. I don't think they were dogs at all.
The first one could have been a dog.
Okay, well, we'll leave it there for tonight. Thank you very much for listening once again. My name is Jimmy Sprinkles, and this is Brits on Bikes. Thank you, and good night from Dee.
Bye.
And good night from Sally.
Night night.
See you real soon. Bye.
Bye.